a fiesta. It's time for a parade.
Musicians on the move, big balloons, fabulous floats, and lots of spirit. Everyone loves a parade. As marching bands, mountain men, and dancing girls from around the country and across the state bring the party to the streets of Phoenix. It's time to Fiesta with the 46th Annual National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade.
And good morning, everybody. We're holding off the rain.
Yeah, please.
The streets are wet, but everybody's in a good mood, ready for this parade. And we want to say good morning, Arizona, and welcome to the 46th Annual National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade. I'm Scott Passmore.
And I'm Olivia Fierro, and we can really embrace the theme of this. It is Countdown to Fiesta, and we are always ready to celebrate, especially on December 31st, right? So let's get this party started with the Be Kind Project.
All right. Working to bring about positive social change in schools.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving, so keep dance, dance, dance. Come on. Work it, make it, do it, makes us. Harder, better, faster, stronger.
You keep a secret.
Yeah! I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
Was excellent.
That is the Be Kind Project, helping students build character and encouraging success through some pretty killer hip-hop dance.
Wow, talk about getting the party started. How about that rhythm?
I love
All
that.
ages out there and really cool hair.
Incredible hair, right? And super great moves. So a little something to work for in 2017. Not only Be Kind, but we got to pick up the pace on the dance floor, right?
How do you follow that act?
I don't want
It's
to.
just a good thing we're sitting up here with no movement whatsoever. We want to say good morning, Arizona. Welcome to the 46th Annual National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade. We're holding off the rain. We had rain all morning long. but I see some clearing skies up there.
There might have been wet seats when we sat down here to kick off that beautiful parade. Not what everybody expects when you think about this time of year in gorgeous Arizona, the Valley of the Sun, but we'll adjust. It's nice and it's a great change of pace. The National Bank of Arizona is a community bank, by the way, with branches in cities and towns all throughout the beautiful Grand Canyon State. So thanks for the support.
And founded in Tucson back in 1984. So we also want to say a big good morning to Gina Marvia and April Warnicki. They're right in the middle of the action.
Yes, they are, and they kicked off the parade. That was a great countdown.
Yeah,
People are excited. Yeah, people are very excited. You know, they said this parade was going on rain or shine, and they meant it. It's been a little bit wet out here, but the showers have come to an end. I see a little bit of blue sky. Temperatures are in the 50s, and speaking of people being excited, we have our half-pint judges here this morning, Gina.
Yeah, the Arizona Milk Producers half-pint judges. These guys submitted videos so that they could be judges. And, you know, there are some 90 entrants. They've got to score them. And you know what, ladies? First of all, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell me what grade you're in.
I'm Emma, and I'm in 4th grade.
Okay.
I'm Chloe, and I'm in 5th grade.
Okay.
I'm Corey, and I'm in 3rd grade. I'm Henry, and I'm in 3rd grade.
Awesome. So you guys are helping to judge the parade. You're providing some commentary, but you got here by submitting an entry. What is your favorite milk product and why? What did you say?
My favorite milk product is chocolate milk because you get to drink something that has a good flavor, not that normal milk doesn't have good flavor.
Good point. All right.
And Emma, go ahead, Corey.
Well,
I agree with Henry. You don't want something that just has a plain flavor, and I like chocolate milk.
I like your hat, you know, that's what I like.
Very stylish.
Perfect for the rain.
Emma, what are you looking for? Oh my goodness, the boys are taking over here. But Emma, what are you looking for real quickly out there?
I'm looking for what impresses me and what catches my attention and all the amazing floats.
All right, well, good luck, my.
It is. Good luck to them. We'll send it.
Some of those kids remind me of my son because it's all about the chocolate milk. Mom, you put in the white milk first, but then you put in the chocolate milk, so I taste the chocolate milk. That's what it's all about. Hey, how about this good-looking vehicle? We want to thank Brady's Floral Gallery, located in the Phoenician, for our beautiful garland that you'll see in just a moment. But take a look at the Chevy Pace car.
How about that? It's a 2017 Corvette Stingray. That's the Z06 convertible, supercharged, 650 horsepower. And if you have the funds, I highly recommend you pick one up. And I don't, because I think they're north of 100,000. But
oh my
sweet
gosh,
ride.
Yeah. That is a good-looking vehicle.
All right, up next, the U.S. Marshals Posse. The United States Marshals Posse for the District of Arizona has been in existence for over 20 years and works to educate residents of Arizona about the U.S. Marshal Service. And with us in the parade, somebody I've known for a long, long time, that's Arizona's U.S. Marshal, David Gonzalez.
And the Marshal Service itself was established in 1789 by the very first United States Congress. It is the oldest federal law enforcement agency in the country.
And the current U.S. Marshals Service has 94 marshals, each appointed by the President and subject to confirmation by the U.S. Senate. More than 3,000 deputy marshals form the backbone of the agency. And that's a nice ride on horses.
No doubt. Those horses look very comfortable in this nice cool weather. Better than having a parade in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And of course, you always have the group behind the horses with the shovels. No explanation needed, right?
That would be the job that we might get.
All right, here comes our first balloon of the
wow.
parade. And how fitting. It is our American flag, and we love it. It's sponsored by the Fighter Country Partnership.
Fighter Country supports the men, women, and families of Luke Air Force Base. Its programs focus on health and human services and promote the base's culture, tradition, and mission. And that is just an awesome sight, this balloon, isn't it?
It is. The balloon handlers, members of the Blue Blazer Squadron, a group of honorary commander alumni. And we're also expecting a flyover from Luke with the F-35s. They said a little while ago it was too cloudy.
Yes.
but it might happen. So if it does, we'll let you know. But the weather's a little bit of a problem right now anyway.
Oh,
That
this balloon is beautiful.
really great.
I gotta take a picture of that. Thank you. And look, straight out of Luke Air Force Base. Thank you so much for representing our country and for participating in the Fiesta Bowl Parade. We are proud to see you. It wouldn't be the same without you.
Oh, no doubt about that. Followed up by the Hummer from the U.S. Air Force. And handing out flags to all the people that came out today. You know, it's a pretty good crowd. Normally they have over 100,000 people, but the weather may be holding a few people back. It's probably 55 out here, but no rain, so it's not too late to come on down.
And really quite comfortable. United States Air Force Fire Department, look at that. And coming up next, we've got some of our big sponsors here making this all possible, this great day. Representing parade sponsor National Bank of Arizona is Pam Keefe.
Yeah, she's also joined by Laura Capello, National Bank of Arizona partner and president and CEO of Valley Big Brothers, Big Sisters.
Their partnership is really fitting because while National Bank of Arizona has branches throughout our beautiful state, they also really focus on meeting the needs of the individual community.
Pam also is the Vice President, Nonprofit Banking Manager of NBAZ. And, of course, we want to thank them for helping make sure all of Arizona's family gets to enjoy this beautiful parade. And, of course, they're sitting in a really cool blue Chevy Camaro, top down.
And, yeah, definitely pleased that the rain is let up because you got to rock the top down in a parade, right?
Right, yep.
Oh, yes. And here is the parade float for the National Bank of Arizona. And the theme here, focus on the future. Take a look.
That is fantastic.
Love it. Engineering,
Great job.
technology, the
I'm
arts,
glad I didn't have
mathematics.
books that big in school. I would have
right?
for sure. Yeah.
And then there's that Rubik's Cube that continues to be a thorn in my side.
By the way, their focus on children, and that includes a focus on STEAM education, which is science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Those skills essential to prepare our children for jobs in the future.
Yeah, love the addition of a focus on the arts with all of that as well. So important. We want to head on out to our friends April and Gina. They've got a look at the Arizona balloon. Good morning, ladies.
Good
Hey,
morning.
good morning.
Yeah, the Arizona State Flag Balloon is also sponsored by National Bank of Arizona, and it's carried by employees and family members along with Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
Yes.
We've got the little brothers and little sisters up there with the floats.
That's
and
right.
the Big Brothers.
And
Big
you
Sisters
are a
here.
big sister. And why do you get involved with this such an amazing program? I guess that's almost a question that answers itself, right?
Yes, it's a great opportunity to provide fun experiences and to mentor the youth here in Arizona.
Yes. Well, we are longtime Arizonans. There must be some great pride carrying a flag from Arizona.
It is. It's tougher than I thought, but it's fun.
All right, well, have fun, you guys. Thank you so much. Send it back to you.
April, Gina, thank you so much. They've got their walking shoes on, and we have got our listening ears geared up because guess who is coming our way?
It's the Clemson University Marching Band representing one of the Fiesta Bowl teams, Clemson University, of course, which was founded in 1889 in Clemson, South Carolina. The Tiger Band, known for its precision marching and dynamic sound. And of course, tonight they're going to be cheering on a really great football team.
Oh, yeah, 350 members in the Tiger Band. Let's take a listen. They're awesome.
Hey, speaking of their football team, they had a 12-1 record this year. They're number 2 seed, right ahead of the Ohio State. Dabo Sweeney is their head coach, and of course the quarterback Deshaun Watson. So it's going to be a great game tonight.
It's going to be a
7
big game.
Cannot wait for that.
And the winner goes on.
Yes, that's right.
To the national championship. Clemson University founded in 1889. Pretty incredible, 350 members. And also we should say good morning and hello to our friends in South Carolina, because we are being broadcast this morning so that the fans of Clemson University can see this parade and root on their
We don't have
team.
sunshine just yet, a little bit of blue skies up there, but we've held off the rain for you, so
Yes.
we at least promise that. All right, coming up next, the Palo Verde Honor Guard, the U.S. and Arizona flags carried by 2 riflemen and a drill commander with the naval officer sword from Palo Verde Nuclear Generation Station, which is just on the west side of Phoenix.
Yeah, and the Honor Guard is made up of highly trained nuclear security force members. Their job is, of course, to protect our nation's largest nuclear power plant, Palo Verde, right here in our state of Arizona.
Yeah, they're on duty 24/7. Power from Palo Verde serves about 4 million people across the Southwest.
Talk about a responsibility.
All right, we are going to take a quick break, and we are going to hold up the parade.
Yes.
We're not going to miss a thing this year.
No, it is great. We are on pause. The crowd can enjoy. We'll be right back with a whole lot more from the 46th Annual National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
Coming up next, or coming up soon, we got Ohio State. That's where my son wants to go, play tuba. Which one? Ewan, how are you? In band, he's plays tuba, and that's like his ultimate dream is to play tuba at Ohio State. These guys are the ones that do the crazy halftime shows where they form up and like... Okay. Give you a wide overview.
Is this good for you, this angle? Jerry, or maybe back where we were at?
10 seconds live.
I'll try to get so we're not too steep.
I like that spinning shot.
Now shining.
Yes, direction, and I see some dark clouds in the sky from the other. But we want to welcome you back and say hello to the honorary Grand Marshal, Frank Cush.
He's accompanied by his son, Dan, and granddaughters, Jordan and Jenna.
Legendary Arizona State football coach, head football coach at ASU from 1958 to 1979, leading the Sun Devils to a record of 156 wins.
And of course, Sun Devil Stadium, the field is named after Coach Cush.
That's right.
Coming up next, the Fiesta Bowl is proud to honor this year's Grand Marshal, or I think we need to say marshals, all of Arizona's teachers.
This is so cool, right? I mean, this is well deserved. This is a huge way to say thank you to the teachers all across our state for all they do for our students in the classroom every day and every year, not to mention the way that they support their outside extracurricular activities. Nothing happens without these men and women, and in partnership with the College Football Playoffs Foundation Extra Yard for Teachers program, the Fiesta Bowl has donated more than $500,000 to Arizona teachers. That's incredible.
All right, not to be outdone by the rivals from Clemson, here comes the Ohio State Buckeye Marching Band.
Whoa, that's right, 228 student musicians in the Ohio State University Marching Band. Let's listen in. performance by the Ohio State Buckeye Marching Band. Can't wait to see them later on. And here is our parade chairman, Brian Bednar. He is in another beautiful Chevy convertible.
Yeah, Brian's been involved in the Fiesta Bowl for more than 20 years, chairing numerous events. He's joined by his sister, Julie. Brian went to my alma mater, K-State.
Oh, that's right.
And he's never offered me a ride in a Corvette, nor has he ever offered me tickets to the game. So
I saw you working that angle when they visited us on
I need to
Good Morning
relook at that
Arizona.
friendship.
Yeah, it's a thin friendship at best.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations and thank you. And obviously Fiesta Bowl Charities does so much. So this is about more than football and more than parades. This is awesome. But what would a parade be without some clowns? Here is the APS Volunteer Clown Troupe aboard Walter the Bus.
Yes, it's an awesome bus. It is the world's largest VW bus. It actually was once a fire truck, but it's 31 feet long, 13 and a half feet tall, and weighs 20,000 pounds. And of
Whoa.
course, filled with the best clowns around.
That's right. Now that's what you call a party bus.
I think when you were off last week on Good Morning Arizona, the bus came by.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get them to come back.
We
That
need to
is
get
so
that thing
great.
to go for a little party ride, through Scottsdale some night.
Tonight is New Year's Eve. How about it? Pull up there. Hey guys, love it. The clowns have been part of the Fiesta Bowl Parade 27 years for good reason. Hey, as we wave to these clowns, hi. We want to head back over to April and Gina. Good morning.
Hey, we are with Spirit. He brought a couple of his friends here. Hi, Spirit. Good morning to you. I'm a little partial to this one over here. Hi, Sparky. How are you, friend? But we've got some great friends here. Right, April?
Baxter's here. I mean, cats don't like water, so I said, hey, hold off the rain. Bring back out the sunshine today. Oh, watch out for Big Red, Gina.
And of course, Big Red.
Now the
Big
party
Red.
has started. Now the party has started. We've
Yes,
got all
it
your
has.
favorite Arizona mascots out here this morning.
I'll send it back to you guys.
Yeah, that's a tough interview. They don't have a whole lot to say, but great job.
They can get handsy though, can't they?
Yeah, apparently so.
Love that. Thanks,
All
you
right,
guys.
next up, a tribute to the USS Arizona and, of course, the men who lost their lives on that ship 75 years ago. It's coming up next. It is a 36-foot model replica. USS Arizona, as you know, still sits underwater in Pearl Harbor. That's going to be coming up in just a couple of minutes.
But in the meantime, the crowd is absolutely loving Spirit and his VIP mascot friends. We've got some of the most dynamic mascots right here in Arizona, wouldn't you say?
You are right about that. Anytime you see them when they come into the studio, they are so fun to hang out with.
They smell good. They jump around a lot. They're full of energy. They don't seem to need
Which one
caffeine.
smells like cotton candy?
Isn't that Baxter?
It is
or is
Baxter.
That the gorilla?
No, it's Baxter. That's
yeah,
right.
It smells like cotton candy. It's
There's
pretty
Spirit.
amazing. And then Spirit had that very dramatic makeover. He got real healthy, what,
Yes,
2
he
years
did.
ago?
He used to be a lot larger.
He used to be round.
And the
it
Cardinals
worked for him.
cheerleaders are here as
Oh,
well.
yes. We've got a D-backs car. Baxter's going to hitch a ride. And Big Red. Hello, ladies. Trying to keep up with Big Red there. Love it. Now, those are some good-looking cars. I want to cruise around in the D-backs or the Cardinals vehicle.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Not
All right,
bad
we
about
are going to take a quick break again for the National Bank of Arizona 46th Annual Fiesta Bowl Parade. We promise you won't miss a thing.
Let me give you a little teaser. How about a giant pig and also a surprise balloon?
I'm
yeah,
going to be here.
I know.
I got to
that
see
hooked
that.
you. See you in a minute.
Got some clouds overhead, man. It's nice. Yeah. Be kind of cool to come back with a shot of the clouds and then tip down. But in fact, I'm going to roll on that. Clouds, 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 clouds. Down to the parade. And just a reminder, we're both hot mic.
Yep. My P's and Q's.
Can't say P on air.
Joined us
Oh
up
my
here.
goodness.
Happy
Howler
New
from your
Year.
Arizona Coyotes. Happy New Year to you. You're
That's
looking
not-
good.
That's not easy. And he's got skates on. He's crawling up on this platform.
I told you, our mascots are very dynamic.
The best in the world, right?
Oh, he's so good. He's so good to us. Happy New Year, Howler. We love you. It's a big surprise when you get a mascot all the way up here. Hey, let's take a look here. I can see Howler hopping on one of these horses too. He's all over the place. This is the Hash Knife Pony Express, paying tribute to the original Pony Express. It's an Arizona group completing its 58th ride this year, making it the longest continuous Pony Express ride in history.
All right, at the beginning of each year, it makes its annual trek from Holbrook to Scottsdale. That's a long ride, carrying thousands of pieces of mail from all around the world. The Hash Knife Pony Express ride was designated as one of the top 100 historical events for Arizona's centennial in 2012.
I'm giggling to myself
colorful
watching
float.
Howler sprint
I know.
away, trying to catch up with the rest
He's
of his
cruising
crew.
down Central,
yeah,
trying to catch up.
seriously,
to
he's
his
going to
crew.
work up a sweat.
Coming up next, a colorful float from two of the West Valley's most vibrant cities. We're talking about Avondale and Goodyear.
Yeah, representing Goodyear is council member Joe Pizzolo and his two granddaughters. We also have Avondale Assistant City Manager Gina Montes and her kids.
And their float is called A Tale of Two Cities, which also happens to be the name of an annual parade and festival these two cities host every single year.
Yeah, that is at Estrella Mountain Community Park, celebrating diverse cultures from all around the world. This year's festival will be held February 4th, and it'll honor our men and women in blue.
All right, we are going to show you about the biggest piggy bank you've ever seen.
Oh,
Can you
yes.
imagine filling this up with money? It's the first credit union piggy bank balloon named Ernest.
Hashtag life goals, right?
There you
I'm going to
go.
fill that piggy bank. FCU first opened in Arizona in 1929. It offers home loans, credit cards, checking, and more, and apparently a lot of helium or air for a balloon this big. Ernest the Piggy Bank sports
That's one
sunglasses,
cool bank.
flip-flops, and a financially sunny attitude. And a financial sunshine tattoo.
Well, it's out here. I'm sure it's a lot of fun hanging. All right.
Tattoo.
Yeah, hang on for dear life. Coming up next, another beautiful Chevy convertible, this time carrying the Fiesta Bowl ambassadors. The group was founded in 1973, and they have an unmatched reputation for bowl game hospitality.
And this year we have Stephanie Ruiz Salchi and Randy Knappenberger, Ambassador of the Year award winner. Stephanie, really well known for her dedication and service to the Fiesta Bowl. So congratulations.
And some Chevy trucks pulling those floats. That's beautiful.
Yeah, the Fiesta Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl Parade just would not be possible without the time and effort given from these really tireless volunteers.
Yeah, hundreds and hundreds of volunteers. Look at them up there. That was so much fun.
That would have been fun to decorate that float. Splatter
Especially the
paint
splatter
on 3.
part, yes. And then also on the truck you see here is Barry Westhoff. He is the Glenn Hawkins Volunteer of the Year award winner. He's gone above and beyond this year to ensure success for many Fiesta Bowl events. Big congratulations and a big thank you to Barry Westhoff.
Woohoo!
Way to go.
Way to go, Barry. Next, Scott, this looks familiar. The 3TV Surprise Squad.
And as you've seen on Good Morning Arizona and Good Evening Arizona, we go out to families around the valley who maybe are going through some tough times. We buy fuel, we buy presents, and it is really a great time.
And Gina and April are on the move. They're not holding on to the balloon, but they're holding on to their microphones.
You don't trust us with that. This is a big job. Oh, look at this.
Oh, here we go.
They've got
our
tricks.
peeps. We have so many great people that we work with here at 3TV, including my good friend here, Jen Jones.
Hi.
Good morning to you.
Good
Happy New
morning.
Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Now, isn't this beautiful? I know you're a longtime Arizona resident. What is
Yes.
it like to see this site out here?
It's so much fun because the community is really excited about this, and I know we're excited to bring it to you guys live on TV and online. So it's just fun. It's embracing. Everyone's embracing us, so it's great.
Happy New Year, my
Happy
friend.
New Year. Happy New Year.
All right, we'll send it back up to you.
Ladies, thank you. Coming up next, the float celebrating the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl, which is tonight, and the Motel 6 Cactus Bowl, which was last week. Motel 6, the proud sponsor for the 28th annual Cactus Bowl. And this year, the game featured Baylor against Boise State, and big congratulations to Baylor because they won that 31-12 over Boise State. And then, of course, a big good luck tonight to both Fiesta Bowl teams, Clemson Tigers and the Ohio State Buckeyes, as they compete for a spot in the National College Football Playoff Championship.
Yes. By the way, the Motel 6 first opened its doors in 1962 in Santa Barbara, California. And
All right,
coming
up
up next,
it's the World War II veteran and Navajo code talker, Thomas Begay. What an honor to have him in the parade.
yeah, truly incredible. As you likely know, the code talkers played a crucial part in helping defeat the Japanese during World War II. Look at him, he looks phenomenal. The Navajo language proved to be a communications code, and the enemy was never able to crack it. A very rich part of American and Arizona history. So thanks to you, sir. And as we look at you, we'll take a pause here from the Fiesta Bowl parade. We'll have much more to come in just a moment. It has been a great morning so far.
Hey, when you tell us to skip ahead, can you just say the page number? Yep.
Okay. But still pick up with the radio? Okay.
3 letters, 2 O's. Good luck today. Good luck. You got some Ohio State fans. Hey, Wisconsin fan. There's a Wisconsin fan.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. DJ Polly from Cool 94.5 FM. Cool is your home for the 80s.
And they're cool. They are in the RC Customs monster truck. You can catch Charlie weekday afternoons from 3 to 7. DJ Polly joins him for the 6 o'clock safety dance. And on Saturdays from 6 to midnight, it is the totally 80s mix.
And we also want to say a great Arizona good morning to Mayor Greg Stanton of Phoenix, joined by Vice Mayor Kate Gallego. They're coming up next. Phoenix is the nation's 6th largest city and the only capital city with a population of more than 1 million people. Mayor Stanton, a big advocate of education, and has overseen a major redevelopment in the downtown core.
Wow, and the mayor is walking this morning.
I love
At least he
it.
won't be cold.
What's up,
But
Mayor?
Good morning, Mayor.
How are you? Yes,
Great day
it
in
is.
Phoenix.
No rain.
We'll
Yeah,
take
Mayor
it, right?
Stanton walking
It's a nice
over to
change
us.
of pace. Great to see you, Mayor. Happy New Year.
He gets around, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He,
He's
you
man
know,
on
I
the
have
move.
to say, he gets to every major event.
He's great.
Anything going on in the city, you can see him there.
Yeah, definitely a very important
would
and
be
involved
hands-on,
part
wouldn't
of this community, no doubt about it. As we sit here in the heart of Phoenix, we've got a lot to be proud of as we're looking forward to 2017. And as we mentioned, he is also accompanied by Vice Mayor Kate Gallego. So welcome, and they're doing a great job of welcoming our friends from South Carolina and Ohio to Phoenix this morning.
All right, up next, the town of Cave Creek. Oh, we love Cave Creek. It's just the great little western old town, keeping the spirit of the old Arizona alive with their float and equestrian entry. Cave Creek, founded back in 1870.
You know, here's something I didn't know until this morning. Cave Creek didn't have its first church until 1946, but early residents did have 13 bars. I see the little
that's
charm
why
of
you
Cave
go out
Creek.
there so much.
Cave Creek sits at the base of Back Mountain, just north of Phoenix, with a lively art scene and a lot of outdoor activities. And if I'm not mistaken, some church services sometimes pop up in those bars on a Sunday,
I think
right?
you're right about that. Yeah, what a great float. Everybody on horseback. Looking good. All right, I know you know about this, Olivia. Coming up next, it's a familiar sight to any sports event and sports fan. We're talking about the Goodyear blimp, one of which is right off the 405.
That's right.
Los Angeles, right?
These balloon handlers are getting a workout, no doubt about it, because it's a little bit breezy out here. Probably not the circumstances they expected, but they are doing a great job of keeping this smaller blimp up in the air, moving forward. This is what's used for arenas and smaller venues, and you can bet that you will see it set up for the PlayStation Fiesta.
I don't know if the roof's going to be open tonight, so fans may not be able to see it once they're inside the stadium, but I'm sure it'll be up there.
Ooh. And we want to check in with Gina and April because you are back. Judges.
Came over here and they said we are. We have time for a quick
papers.
interview. Quick interview. Who's been your favorite so far?
So my favorite has been, I think I would say, well, let's see.
Oh my goodness, it's a tough job, isn't it?
This is a lot. My favorite has been the dancers.
The dancers at the very beginning.
good
Oh, the Be Kind
choice.
crew. They are phenomenal. I might agree with you. Do you have a favorite?
The dancers at the beginning because the guy when he did the backflip, that really inspired me. Like it made me like feel like I'm starting to get my inner warrior, like, and starting to feel like dancing, like starting to dance, like starting to take dance classes.
That is awesome. That is exactly what a parade is supposed to do. It is supposed to inspire you. Well said. We should judge every year. All right, we'll send it back to you, but try to top that.
I love that interview.
He's like my soulmate. I'm tapping into my inner warrior, and I also feel like dancing. So thank you, young man, for saying more eloquently what I couldn't express.
What you've been thinking,
Yes.
yes.
Didn't
We're
have
going to
the
take a
words.
quick break here from the 46th Annual National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade.
Be right back.
Really scattered high, it's just they're a little bit less grouped up, a little clouds are spread out a little more. Good thing we're in a Class Bravo airspace, clear of clouds. This thing. Alright, back and down, she said. Okay. And chopper will be standing by. Yep.
The annual parade and headed our way, as you can see right now, the Ballet Folklorico Fuego de Phoenix.
It's a traditional Mexican dance troupe located in Gilbert, and they are something else to see.
Oh, I
aren't they?
love this. The costuming, the traditional clothing, the beautiful colors, the vibrancy of the whole culture really celebrated with one dancing tradition. This group in particular founded in July of 2014 by three cousins who volunteer their time teaching the traditional Mexican dance. And again, they teach this out of Gilbert, Arizona.
Yeah, all ages. Their vision statement is to motivate cultural awareness in a new generation of youth and how it can be a positive impact on our community.
Yeah, the dancers ranging in age from just 2 years old to 45. This is one of the great things about Folklorico. It really does span generations. It's a great way for the older folks to connect to the young ones. This is the first of several ballet Folklorico groups that we'll be seeing in this year's parade. I see some of the little ones. Now, from dancing to a horse-driven drill team, let's now take a look at Arizona Mini Mystique.
I love it. They are some little horses
So
that definitely make a big statement.
Oh, they are so cute. That's just the right size. I don't quite see the need for a horse larger than that. Mini Mystique, a miniature horse-driven drill team, making their 4th appearance in the National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade.
And
they
they're
are
just
strutting
like
their stuff.
regular horses. They're just a little smaller. They range in height from 30 to 36 inches, and they have thrilled audiences at events all across the Southwest.
Yeah, all the horses, the carts, and equipment are owned and trained by today's drivers. So they are very comfortable working together, and you can see it. They are enjoying the crowd.
Didn't we try to get you on one of those one time?
And I was even scared of that.
The good thing is if you fall off, or
It's not
when you
too
fall
far.
off, it's not too far down.
when you fall off. And no parade would be complete without the presence of a beautiful beauty queen. Here is Miss United Miss Lindsay Christine.
She was crowned this past June in Dallas, but she lives right here in Tempe. She is an ASU alum, and
Nice.
she's a smart one, too. She has a master's in sports law and business.
And also I want to mention that she volunteers for her favorite charity, Girls on the Run, which is really great, using fitness to kind of motivate girls into self-confidence and self-esteem. Hey, Spirit, hello. Of course, we've had a lot of Spirit at this Fiesta Bowl parade. We saw Spirit in action earlier, and here is Spirit the Balloon, the
Now the
official mascot with his own balloon, presented by Subaru.
Southwest's largest Subaru Superstore is in Chandler, and look for a new location in Surprise, they say, later this year.
We need a little sunshine against these cloudy skies, so Spirit the Balloon has delivered. Thank you. And we want to highlight from one of the fastest growing spots in our state, the fastest growing bands in the state, Shadow Ridge Marching Band.
Yeah, they opened in Surprise in 2009, and since then, that band has grown from 12 to 110 members under the direction of Mr. Kerwin H. Forrest. Let's listen in. All right, I love this next group. They are the Wicked Wagons. You just have to see them because they're pretty hard to describe. So the question is, are they little cars or maybe they big wagons?
You decide. The Wicked Wagon Gang is led by Bob Hiker and his wife Pat. Also represented Ryan from Arizona Powder Coat, Paolo from Three Monkeys Print and Design, and Jeff from A&M Nut and Bolt.
Yeah, this year they welcomed Dennis Thompson and his group of motorsports fans that make the amazing gas-powered, scaled-down vintage cars that you see in today's ride. The lead wagon making its 18th appearance at the Indy 500 this year. They actually invited me to go with them to the Indy 500 several years ago, and I wasn't able to go, but they're really cool.
Look at that. Plus, you always have a place to put your stuff.
Exactly.
That's what I'm always
That's the
looking
best
for.
part.
Hey, I know you recognize this. It is the Wells Fargo Stagecoach, another true symbol of the American West, driven by Hayden Haviland.
Wells Fargo first arrived in Phoenix back in 1877. That is when John, yours truly, Smith, and Charles Stern offered Wells Fargo financial delivery services from their general store.
Riding on the coach today is Wells Fargo Area President Michael Riley and Phoenix District Manager John Vasquez.
That is something else.
Hello. I love that stagecoach. Hey, now we want to draw your attention to this. Smile. Did you brush your teeth today? Did you floss today? This is the Risa's Dental and Braces Balloon. Risa's bills themselves as the home of the $3,000 braces, focusing on providing quality and affordable dental care and braces. And as someone who rocked braces for about 6.5 tragic years.
6.5 years, wow. You
This
poor
is-
thing, you.
I am, my goodness.
Risa says it speaks patient and promises to be less expensive and more financially flexible than other dental providers.
We are ready to take another short break, but again, folks at home, please don't worry. You're not going to miss a thing right here on 3TV. You should also be joining us on Facebook Live or on our 3TV mobile news app. And when we return, we'll highlight the Tempe High School Marching Buffaloes.
Bring my cards. I thought, nah. Good. We must be at an angle because my chair keeps sliding. You want me to take a picture of you back there? I took one earlier. Good. Oh, is that what you're talking about? Okay. Hey, welcome back, everybody, to the Fiesta Bowl parade. We've been doing this. We had a little sprinkles earlier this morning, but it's a little chilly, but no rain. That's the best part.
Well, you know what they say, when the weather's too beautiful, that so many people will quickly move to our neighborhoods and crowd us at the grocery store. So this is a good change of pace, right? Because we want to show a little bit of cloudy sky, give you some perspective. It's not always sunny in Phoenix. How about recognizing those bright yellow blazers headed our way can only mean one thing: the Fiesta Bowl Board of Directors and the Yellow Jacket Committee.
And they initiated the traditional blazers back in 1971. The Fiesta Bowl Board of Directors and Yellow Jackets are a team of community leaders who work with sponsors, volunteers, and staff to support the display station, Fiesta Bowl, and of course the Motel 6 Cactus Bowl Games events.
Leading the way is the chairman of the board, Michael Hekomovich, with his wife Sandy, his nephew Christoph, and his grandson Sean.
And we also have committee chairman Frank Divers with his niece Grace. And committee member of the year, Dave Dorward, and his wife Jen, and children Dawson and Dana. Following our award-winning committee members, we have Save the Family, which has been serving homeless and struggling families since 1988, and their key focus is employment and self-sufficiency, and they are on track to serve 650 families, including over 1,200 children.
Wow.
The whole idea: equip families with the resources and skills to overcome homelessness.
One of the truly great things about living in this community is the generosity and the commitment to community and the service of others who are less fortunate. So that is something to mark and celebrate here at the Fiesta Bowl Parade. I hear sirens. I don't think there's an emergency.
that is a fancy old fire truck, isn't it?
Sure is. Oh, I love it.
I've never seen such a lineup of old fire trucks. Those are fantastic.
And as you can see from the sweatshirts here these folks are wearing in red, Save the Family, we want to remind you their participation here. What a great organization. Protecting, helping, serving homeless and struggling families since 1988. That means serving more than 1,200 children, 650 families, helping them become self-sufficient, giving a hands up.
That is a great organization, especially taking care of the children.
Yeah.
That is a necessity. All right, I hear another band coming. It's from my home state of Kansas. We have the Republic County High School Marching Buffs. They are pretty big in Kansas. The 81 students enrolled represent 61% of the student body. They are from Belleville, Kansas. I looked it up. I should have known this, but they're in the northern part of the state, kind of northwest of Manhattan, where K-State is, up near the Nebraska line, and the town is 2 square miles. Like 2,300 people, and listen to them.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
They travel all the way here. Let's listen in.
By the way, that little band from that small Kansas town has performed at the Cotton Bowl, the Cherry Blossom Festival, and even the Indy 500. Coming up next, the Fiesta Bowl Charities float. The 4 pillars of the Fiesta Bowl Charities are youth, sports, education, and human services.
And it is all about the charities. I mean, that is what makes this such a great event for us year after year, because it's about more than just this day, about more than the game, about more than the parade. The Fiesta Bowl Charities granting $2 million to Arizona nonprofit organizations that embody those critical values. The groups representing the pillars today for our future for kids, the First T of Phoenix, Treasures for Teachers, and Southwest Autism Research and Resource Center.
All right, right now you're checking out the flyover of some vintage airplanes. We weren't able to do this earlier this morning because the cloud layer was a little low and we wouldn't have been able to see them, but the clouds are up and here they come. We also want to mention Bruce Hafner up in Penguin Air and Fleming News Chopper is up giving us some of these great shots as well. All right, up next, the Tempe High School Buffalo Marching Band. We'll sit back and listen to them. All right, flying high today, Amelia, the airplane balloon from Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. It's, of course, our great airport here in Phoenix. On July 16, 1935, the city of Phoenix became the owner of Sky Harbor Airport.
We are really fortunate, this view that we have, because you're watching the Tempe Marching Band go by, and you're seeing that flyover in perfect formation. It just seems to go right down the street, just so. So the crowds right here along Central Avenue at Missouri, we're really in for a treat. It's just fantastic.
I was just reading the city paid the Acme Investment Company $100,000 for the 285 acres of where the airport sits back then. Can you imagine?
So now we want to draw our attention to the beautiful town of Gilbert, the Parks and Recreation float from the East Valley, often noted as one of the best places to live really in the country. This float is all about getting out and having fun. Gilbert showing off its parks and rec department.
Of course, the city features some of the best city parks in the state, along with great recreation programs, and will be home to a new regional park set to open in the next few years.
They're swinging!
I know. We try to get our show down to the town of Gilbert as much as possible because it's such a great place to be.
And talk about a foodie place, too. Just about every restaurant you could ever want there. How often do you get to ride a swing set down Central Avenue? That is pretty incredible. Love the little water tower, too.
All right, up next, keeping history alive, here comes the official Arizona Centennial Legacy Buffalo Soldiers of the Arizona Territory.
These ladies and gentlemen of the Regiment 9th and 10th Cavalry and 24th and 25th Infantry are based out of Mesa, Arizona.
Love the Clydesdales, too. In the 1800s, the Buffalo Soldiers of Arizona Territory helped settlers traveling west by protecting stagecoach lines, railroads, and gold mines, and they have participated in 290 different events in the past few years. All right, time for some pets on parade. Here's the Arizona Humane Society Wagon Wheels Mobile Adoption Unit, complete with pets up for adoption.
Yes, the Arizona Humane Society. We work so often with them at 3TV. They're truly part of Arizona's family. It's been around since 1957 and is dedicated to improving the lives of needy animals and enriching the lives of the pet owners who take them in. The Humane Society also recently teaming up with TGen to better understand and treat valley fever in our dogs. That's a big problem if you've ever had a pet who struggled with that. All the pets on parade today are up for adoption.
Let's find out if April found a pet. Hey, April.
Her boys want a dog.
They do. That is their number one request right now in life. And if that is something that you're looking for too, all the pets in this parade today here with the Arizona Humane Society are up for adoption. Teresa is here. What a great idea to be part of the parade and showcase some adoptable pets.
Yeah, we have our Wagon Wheels mobile adoption unit that we go all throughout the valley with, and we have dogs and sometimes kitty cats on it for adoption. We have our volunteers walking their own animals, and we're just trying to raise awareness for adoptable dogs and cats.
Nice. Well, great exposure for the pets, and bonus, they get a nice little walk out of this morning.
They sure do. They sure do. A little bit of exercise.
Yeah, for sure. Well, enjoy, you guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll send it back to you.
April, thank you. I see blue skies to the west, so the weather's only going to get better. And you know what? We're going to take a quick break here.
Pretty sweet, dude.
Hey, Sturman guys at TV3. Hey, thanks a lot for your help, man. We got some good shots of you guys for TV. Thanks a lot.
That's great. That's a great shot.
Happy New Year, guys.
Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl. Can't have a parade without the spirited twirlers of the Arizona Twirling Athletes Show Corps.
Let's sit back and watch as they show off their baton twirling skills. All right, you're looking at Miss Arizona and Miss Glendale on top of that beautiful float.
I will no longer complain that I'm a little chilly out here because our pageant queens are suffering for beauty. That is Hannah Morgan, Miss Glendale. Miss Arizona, thank you so much.
Coming up next, all the way from Pleasanton, California, we have the Amador Valley High School Marching Band.
Yeah, the band actually makes up 12% of the student population at Amador Valley, so they have got great turnout, and it's an 11-time Western Band Association finalist, a 3-time Band of America regional finalist. So welcome, let's listen in.
Olivia, I have a question for you. I think I know the answer. Can ducks float?
Absolutely. Look at that. You have to. Otherwise, you couldn't have a duck race. Not only can they float, they have a float, and they look cool. Backed by popular demand, the Fiesta Bowl presents the running of the bills.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's a one-of-a-kind rubber duck race coming to the Scottsdale waterfront this March. What a great place to be. The float, of course, helping ducks and fans get all fired up.
No risk of being gored at the running of the bills.
Not at that one.
You're just getting giggled.
Yeah, that sounds a little safer.
Gotta love a duck with sunglasses. We have that duck at home. Not quite as big. Country and Western fans, this is no stranger. Our next entrant, Camel 107.9.
Now the station plays the newest country music from Luke Bryan, Sam Hunt, Jason Aldean, Blake Shelton, and of course, much more.
All your favorites. Besides great music, listeners have a shot to win plenty of tickets to their favorite concerts that come to Arizona. Big events throughout the year, not to mention Country Thunder, maybe the biggest of them all.
Yeah, and you can hear Chris and Nina every morning from 5:30 to 10. got milk? Well, we have a great big milk jug anyway. The Arizona Milk Producers have been a Fiesta Bowl sponsor for more than 25 years. And they want to remind you it's not all about milk. You can add in some cheese and yogurt to get your 3 daily servings.
Cheese, like on pizza. April, Gina, your genius judge panel probably has a lot to say about the latest entries. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. You know, I don't know if you could pick a favorite. I know I couldn't, but these young judges are trying to do just that. Ladies, let me ask you, we talked to the boys last time. What has been your favorite so far, Chloe?
I can't decide between the Gilbert's Parks and Recreation and the National Bank of Arizona.
Oh, those are some good choices.
Really
Emma?
good.
I couldn't decide between the Gilbert Parks and the native, what was it called? The Native Bank of...
Great picks.
Yeah.
Great picks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, good job. Okay, well, good luck.
I'll send it back to you.
Gina, thank you.
Tough decisions for young judges.
Yeah, I know.
They're very decisive, though.
All right, we've got the Ghostbusters.
Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters! Their theme music and courtesy of the Desert Ridge High School Band from Goodyear.
The Arizona Ghostbusters are a non-profit dedicated to bringing awareness to deserving charities across the Grand Canyon state. They use costumes and equipment to deliver their message with a smile. 'Cause who doesn't smile if you see a Ghostbuster?
I know it. They're proudly celebrating 10 years of volunteering in this community. Check out those cars. Look like they're right out of the movie.
Yes! That's a timeless song. Everybody loves it. There he is, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
We need this next float, Olivia. We may be in the desert, but the soul of the Caribbean comes alive with Caribbean Zone.
And you know what? The sun is starting to break through, so maybe that's no coincidence. They're bringing it with them. The Arts and Music Organization helping bring island flair to Arizona. They're based in the West Valley. They've got dancers wearing Caribbean-style costuming, representing birds, butterflies, burros, elks, and fish.
From Tolleson, Arizona, the Tolleson Elementary School District Marching Band, made up of 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students.
What a big opportunity to be marching in the Festival Parade in the 6th grade. Imagine that. That is so cool. Let's listen to the band that is under the direction of Efren Casillas. Next we have bringing some cheer in from Sun City, the Sun City Poms. The Pom team started in 1979 acting as cheerleaders for the Sun City Saints women's softball team.
And of course, as they showed up, the sun popped out. Boy, does that make a nice difference. Dancers and marchers in the Poms must be 55 or older. Dance skills of rhythm, agility, poise, energy, and showmanship are all required. Acrobatics and baton twirling also a plus. And of course, when you're doing that for 2 miles down this parade route, that is a lot of work.
Look at these ladies. They look fabulous. And I thought my cheerleading days were behind me in high school. There's hope for me yet down
Just
the road.
a couple years away, right?
That's awesome. I would absolutely love to do that.
All right,
Looking
of
good,
course,
ladies.
a parade is nothing without the Shriners. They are, of course, famous for their headgear called a fez, but they are even more famous for the world-class medical care they provide to children regardless of their family's abilities to pay. And they have helped more than 2,000 kids right here in Arizona.
100% of every dollar donated going to the Shriners Hospitals. It's such an incredible program. Led by Department of Defense Fulcrum Shield National Award recipients from the East Valley Young Marines Color Guard. little Shriners
If you're going to
cars
be
are
flying
awesome.
anywhere during the holidays, chances are you might use the Super Shuttle. The Super Shuttle balloon is flying high above the Fiesta Bowl parade tree.
Yep, Super Shuttle is the nation's leading airport shuttle service, providing door-to-door ground transportation to more than 9 million passengers every year.
Did you know that they also offer service in France,
What?
Mexico, and the UK as well?
Good to know. We got to get out of town more.
Well, the parade is not over yet, but we've got to take a quick break, and we promise that you won't miss a thing.
We have the White Mountain Marching Band coming up just ahead. We'll be right back.
They're going to be any lower than this, so. They get this low, then, yeah. I'm going to move over to the school just a little bit, so.
Copy.
Hopefully they'll give us a heads up on the radio.
On a Fiesta Bowl parade, we're Super Shuttle, Super Balloon.
The winds have calmed down a little bit, so hopefully it's easier to hang on to those things. And the sun is out. It feels so much warmer now that the sun is out.
Hey, everybody wants to get fit for the new year, so they're starting with an arm workout, holding down, tethering
Exactly.
those big balloons against the wind. It's a good thing. Now we want to move on to another great float from the East Valley Institute of Technology, also known as EVITS. The theme of this year's float is the countdown, as high school and adult students are counting down to the careers of their dreams.
And here's the best part about that event. It has a 98% high school graduation rate. 85% of students are in jobs, college, or the military within a year. And among the courses they offer, culinary, arts, aviation, broadcasting, firefighting, construction, and healthcare specialties.
Now we have another ballet folklorico dance group. You might still be able to hear YMCA over my shoulder with the EVIT crew. But this group is called Lindo y Querido. They're out of Peoria, Arizona, with about 40 members, ranging in age from just 2 years old to 28.
2 to
Yeah,
28.
isn't that great?
Yes. And for the past 25 years, they've been working to keep children off the streets and away from drugs by embracing their culture through dance. What a great idea. We do want to remind everyone that the F-35s from Luke going to do a flyover in about 10 minutes, and I promise you it's going to go fast. So
Okay.
we'll let you know.
We
and
will
we'll
be
get
ready.
a shot. Yes, you got to be
Should
ready.
be 11:30 on the dot. Now take a look at this, keeping up with the theme of honoring our teachers this Fiesta Bowl. And how about we carry on that theme through 2017 and on? Our next entrant honoring the Arizona Education Foundation Teacher of the Year.
But in this case, we are talking Teachers of the Year. Big congratulations to this team of dedicated educators. We all have those teachers we remember our entire lives, right?
They can truly change your lives. I mean, you know, they put you on a path to success, and they make you feel confident. They make every difference in the world. So those are the teachers who really embody the excellence that we all aspire to.
And a big good morning to Miss Teen Arizona as
Good
well.
morning. Another great float is now headed our way. It's the People's Mortgage Neighborhood Float.
People's Mortgage first opened in Arizona back in '98 and currently offers home financing in 30 different states. They can help with both new purchases and refi. And with a name like People's Mortgage, they say it is all about, of course, the people.
Oh, get ready. We've got another local band to show off. This is going to be excellent. It's the Notre Dame High School Marching Band. Not local, excuse me. This one from Sherman Oaks. We've got a Notre Dame from here in town, too, of
They
course.
sure do. And no, they did not march all the way here, but they have marched in the Rose Bowl Parade, the Holiday Bowl Parade, the Calgary Stampede Parade, among others. Let's listen in. Well, I'll tell you, the Valley of the Sun's going to be a great place to be come March this spring. We're going to be hosting the 2017 NC2A Men's Final Four. It's going to be the first time we have hosted that tournament since 1995.
This is so exciting. The national semifinals will be Saturday, April 1st. The national championship game, April the 3rd. And even if you can't score tickets for the games, there'll be a lot of free and affordable events surrounding the tournament. So it'll be an incredible time for the Valley. Another unique act we want to highlight here is the Fushiko Daiko Dojo. Fushiko Daiko has been in the Valley since 1992.
Their performances start with Japanese drumming, but add storytelling and humor for a unique blend of music, theater, and dance.
Love seeing all these celebrations of various cultures that really make up the fabric of this community. They also offer classes there. If you like what you see and you think you want to give it a try, then contact them, Fushiko Dojo.
I love this next float. Not too long ago, these tractors would have been right on home on this stretch of Central through Phoenix. Of course, this was still farmland until about the 1920s, but look at those things.
Yeah, these are from the early day Gas Engine and Tractor Association. And bringing up the rear, a couple of antique engines that are nearly 100 years old.
One of the great things about the National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade is that it showcases so much Arizona talent like the White Mountain High School Band.
Oh, we love the White Mountains, don't we? One of the best places to visit in all the state. The band was created in 2005 to give students from the small rural communities in northeastern Arizona a chance to march in a large band with the complete instruments and organization. So they're coming up in just a moment. They're following these cool looking tractors. So we'll be checking in with the White Mountain Marching Band.
And you know what? They've had a lot of snow. Yeah, Sholo area had like 6 inches of snow. I think they're getting more this weekend. So they're down here out of the snow.
Yeah, so Pine Top Lakeside, Sholo, you've got those communities coming together. It's just so gorgeous up there.
I love these old John Deere tractors, though.
Oh, I know you do.
All right, we're ready for the F-35s flying over right now from Luke Air Force Base. So we'll get the shot. It's going to come fast, but how exciting the roar of the F-35 fighter jets from the 1st Fighter Squadron, and we've got Josh Larson and Lieutenant Matt Cox piloting these things. How exciting. Here they come. Oh, that was fantastic, wasn't it?
Whoa, incredible.
It takes so much precision for those guys to do that.
Just beautiful. Wow, that takes your breath away, doesn't it?
It does. That's what America's all about, huh?
And we go from tractors to bling. How about that? We have a little bit for everybody, don't we? You need a little bling to make a parade really sparkle. And this time it's coming from the Bling Tour out of Surprise, Arizona.
The Bling Tour is a performing arts company that gives kids an unforgettable dance, tumbling, and cheering experience.
Yeah, the staff works to make the learning fun and to showcase all of the incredible skills. And I think you see they embrace performing.
Oh, they sure do. Students are encouraged to find a sense of personal fulfillment and nurture a love for the performing arts.
They are looking cute as can be. Again, I'll stop complaining about being cold.
Well, as long as you're moving down, the 2 miles, you'll be okay.
Following the bling comes the Corona del Sol Steel Band.
And this is the band's 5th time taking part in the National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade. We've got director Scott Warner, who founded the band back in 1991.
The band has really grown from just a couple of steel drums to a 16-member ensemble, thanks to the support of the Corona del Sol boosters. And nothing makes you feel like partying more than listening to some steel drum music, right? A highlight from the band was performing at the Super Bowl NFL Experience in the Valley in 2015.
Talk about putting you right on the beach.
Yep.
Let's listen in. Here comes Reggie, the donor cactus balloon.
Wow, of course the cactus is a symbol of the Sonoran Desert.
Reggie carried by volunteers from Donate Life Arizona. Donate Life is a nonprofit committed to saving and healing lives through organ, eye, and tissue donation.
Wow, and it may not be as showy as some of the other entries we've seen here in the parade, but take a look at these posters and the signs that they're carrying. These are the personal stories of life-saving donations. Some recipients walking, some kids who have had their parents saved because somebody donated life. So if ever there's a message that's to resonate as we start a new year, it is this one, Donate Life.
Yeah, their purpose is so important. All right, we're going to take another quick break here from the National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade, but we promise we've got much more still to come.
We've got dancers, we have horses, a lot more in store for you. Kicking off a great new year. We'll be right back.
Perfect. That was all right. Nice. Whew. Killing it. Okay. Oh, there's another dance crew here. Let me get this trim set up. Boom. Well, that's interesting. We got an Asian dragon.
Those are cool, those little Asian dragons where they go up and down and dance.
probably Chinese, I guess.
Or Chinese, yeah. Well, Chinese is
I don't know
Asian.
if they do the I don't know if they do the dragon stuff so much in Japan. That seems like a uniquely kind of Chinese or mainly Chinese tradition.
Stupid light poles.
Get a little crowd action in this one.
Hopefully we haven't pissing people off too much down there.
At the dancers, it is Santa Maria. It's a group including 30 dancers ranging in age from 7 to 24.
And Olivia, they have performed all around the country. They've also represented Arizona in Mexico as well as Japan. And they have brought home 160 winning trophies from their parade competitions. How great is that?
Yeah, and they've traveled all over the world too, because this is a type of dance and a celebration of Mexican culture that is appreciated and acknowledged globally. They've even represented Arizona in Japan. Oh, so wow. And look at those costumes, so colorful,
isn't it? Yeah.
Beautiful. Ooh, look at this. A 100-foot-long Chinese dragon. The dancers carrying this giant beast represent the sport of wushu.
Yeah, wushu is a form of contemporary Chinese martial arts that blends elements of performance and martial application.
Isn't that cool?
That's so cool.
You gotta really be in sync to know what the head's doing when you're the tail.
You know, I think I'll be the tail and just bring up the rear. I think I'm better at that.
You can't slow them down. You gotta keep up. Well, I know that dragon won't be intimidated to be followed by the Arabian horses, the beautiful Arabian Horse Association founded back in 1955. And look at these majestic creatures.
Of course, it's got an annual show in Scottsdale. It's so fun to go see the Arabian horses. An 11-day event every February featuring hundreds of vendors, thousands of horses, and millions of dollars in prize money. And, of course, seeing the beautiful animals in person is the best way to see them. Absolutely beautiful.
The costuming is just incredible. Miss Gianna Maravilla is out there on the street, and she is with the Scouts. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. We are with a Cub Scout troop from Arcadia. Good morning to you.
Morning,
Tell us where you guys are from. What troop number?
Arcadia Pack 6 since 1970.
Tell us about Boy Scouts, because what an amazing organization for young men.
Well, it really is. You know what, I'll tell you what, we try to get outdoors, we try to spend time away from electronics, we try to bond with kids from other schools. It's just been a really good group and a really good situation for all the kids around. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, you're good. Thanks for coming out, boys. Thank you. We'll send it back to you guys.
Gina, thank you. Bowl season, of course, all about football, so it's fitting the Desert Schools Federal Credit Union brings us a giant football balloon.
I'm excited. My 4-year-old son is along the parade route, and I know this is going to be the most memorable moment for him. That is a big old football. Desert Schools is the largest credit union in Arizona with more than 45 branches around the state. And despite the name, you do not have to be a teacher or a student to enjoy membership with the credit union, Desert Schools Federal. You just need to live, work, or worship in Maricopa, Pinal, or Pima counties.
And one of the credit union's biggest strengths is its employees. In 2015, they volunteered 4,487 hours and gave back over $1.9 million to Arizona community.
You love to toss the ball around. I know you're salivating over that.
I want to see a spiral with that thing, of course.
Hey, on to more great music is giving this parade such a lively feel this Saturday morning. This, the Cesar Chavez Drumline, an award-winning ensemble headed up by director Allison Brightwell Ballo.
And what would a parade be without really noisy, all-American hot
What did you
rods?
say?
I love it. Exactly. These guys actually emailed me. They were worried they weren't going to make the end of the parade on TV.
Oh.
I said, don't worry, we'll get
We
you
got
on.
you.
And they wanted me to jump down there and drive one of those cars. So would you mind if I just left
You
you
get
up
a
here all
lot of
by
special
yourself?
invitations. I don't recall being invited to take part in any of these special occasions. Hey, that is cool. I love that yellow.
I love those cars.
American and classics.
You cannot drive down Central without blowing your pipes,
Right?
Yes. So cool.
Oh, in volume, they're rivaling some of the marching bands.
They
I'm
are.
impressed. I like that lifted orange.
That is really cool. You know, I think we can take that out to the gym.
That would be nice.
Lifted like that. And thank goodness there's no rain. These guys do not want rain on those
On
paint
those
jobs.
beautiful paint jobs?
Yeah.
No way. My car is okay. It's been a couple of months since it's hit the car wash, but
Your car is also not quite that loud.
no, it's not. Or cool. Next up, it's the Bill Williams Mountain Men, recognized throughout the country for preserving the heritage of the early mountain trappers, also listed as local legacy by the Library of Congress.
They have participated in 5 presidential inaugural parades in Washington, D.C., of course, and are recognized as official Arizona ambassadors, and they are easily recognizable by their buckskin outfits.
Now they look like they're not cold.
I think those buckskins will keep you warm in
Gosh,
anything,
you gotta be
right?
cozy.
They do in the movies anyway.
Next year, I'm wearing that. Next up, the Arizona Equine Rescue Organization.
Yeah, special thanks to the dedicated volunteers that provide livestock emergency response services. And a big shout out as well for Dr. Tracy Hulse from Durango Veterinarian Clinic for supporting this year's parade and ensuring the safety of all the horses taking part in this.
So many great animal activists in this community.
Yeah,
Really
you're right
make a
about
big
that.
difference. Helping you get through the mornings on Live 101.5 are Joey Boy, Natasha, and Anish.
You can catch the morning mess starting at 6 a.m. Some of the most popular segments are 7:30 Dirty Dirty, Staycation, and Senseless Serving.
And of course, all the hit music.
Olivia, I think you need to lift your truck like that.
I have to get a truck first. Ballet Folklorico Alegria is a traditional Mexican dance troupe based out of Mesa, Arizona.
And part of their mission is to help dancers know that with hard work and perseverance, they can become who they aspire to be. Alegría is Spanish for happiness, and this group says that is what they are all about. Members include kids as young as 5 all the way up to adults.
I love seeing them dance because it just looks like it feels good. They know that it's culturally relevant and it's exciting for anybody to watch.
The Buffalo Troopers are here. They're part of the National Association of Buffalo Soldiers and Troopers Motorcycle Club.
Yeah, this club has more than 100 chapters in the U.S. and also overseas. The Buffalo Troopers honoring the contributions of African American soldiers in the late 1800s and early 1900s.
And the colors they wear pay tribute to the original Buffalo Soldiers of the 9th and 10th Cavalry. And the name Buffalo Soldiers came from the Native American tribes those original soldiers actually fought with.
Looking good in those hats.
All right, we might be celebrating football, but of course golf is always in style in Arizona, so the golf ball balloon from Wild Horse Pass is sure to be a big hit. The Whirlwind Golf Club at Wild Horse Pass features 36 holes on the Cattail and Devil's Claw courses.
Very rarely do you have people visit Arizona and not want to hit the golf course. We also have some acrobats from the Lights of the World show, which is out of Wild Horse Pass. They'll be performing through January 29th, so plenty of opportunity to enjoy that production. The show combining traditional Chinese lantern festivals with modern edge technology and lights.
So as we watch this group, we'll take another quick break here from the National Bank of Arizona Fiesta Bowl Parade, but much more to come.
Oh my gosh. This is a high school band. That is something madness. Marching madness, marching matadors. Oh, this is the matadors. The matadors are from Shadow Mountain, I think. The marching matadors. There's only about 4 more groups after this one. I think that's all she wrote. All right. Their exposure might be just a touch dark, but I have sunglasses on. Just rolled up a little bit.
Now from the Desert Diamond Casino in the Tohono O'odham Nation comes the peekaboo cactus. The saguaro is an important symbol of the Tohono O'odham culture.
The Nation opened the Desert Diamond Casino in the West Valley a year ago. Casino offers 1,000 different games.
Synonymous with Arizona, right?
Everything about
cactus.
Arizona, right?
Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, time to turn around the cactus. Check that out. Very nice.
And another great balloon, this one from Lyft. You can use Lyft for a ride to the airport or ride home after a night out or just about anywhere else you want to go. All you have to do is download the Lyft app to get started. And get this, enter the code Cactus Bowl to get a $50 credit right now. And of course, Olivia, with everybody going out on New Year's Eve tonight, be safe.
Please, if
no
you plan on
drinking and
consuming
driving.
any alcohol at all,
Right.
you plan on getting a ride home from a sober
It's just
driver.
too easy to hit that button on your
Sure
app,
is.
isn't it?
No excuses. And from the Ak-Chin Indian community, we have Mark Pablo. He is the 2016 Little Mr. Ak-Chin.
Little Miss Ak-Chin Brooke Guarino was unable to attend, but we're told that Mark is thinking of her as he represents that community.
Nice. Oh, what a handsome little guy. You see him sitting there?
He's got a nice little perch there, huh?
We thought we had the best seat in the house. That one goes to Little Mr. Ak-Chin. Some young music lovers. Up now, the Gadsden Elementary School, District number 32 Marching Band.
And they're from San Luis, Arizona, and are about 200 students in this band.
Yeah, they may be from a pretty small community, but they have a big reputation. They performed the New Year's Eve or the New Year's Day Parade and Festival in London, England.
They've also
in 2013.
marched all the way in Madrid, Spain.
Wow.
This past January. So
Incredible.
That is. One of the great events here in the Valley every single year is the Ostrich Festival that always goes on in Chandler. The festival runs from March 10th through the 12th at Tumbleweed Park, and they also have a fun run and parade on March 4th.
And we always enjoy on Good Morning Arizona having a reporter get some up-close interaction with those ostrich. Sometimes that goes nicely and sometimes not so
it
much.
doesn't.
Yeah, so wait for that this year.
You know, I was just talking to the bosses the other day, and they said this year we've got to get Olivia on the back of
I don't
one
think
of those.
that conversation happened. but hi, ostrich.
Another great car coming out this way, a bright yellow 1935 Packard touring car, helping the Kiwanis Club of Phoenix celebrate 100 years.
100 years, that's incredible. Really improving the quality of life for Arizona kids since 1960. 2017.
And riding in the car today, Club President Mark Davey, President-elect Mary Shelley, and Chair of the club's 100th Anniversary Steering Committee, Doug Dunapace.
And following these community leaders, we also will be joined next by the Buffalo Soldiers Arizona chapter, making their 8th appearance in the Fiesta Bowl Parade.
The group supports all of America's veterans with a special emphasis on the Disabled Korean War Vet organization.
I know you love seeing those motorcycles.
Except on a day like today. I'll just watch them
You're
from
okay.
up here.
Bob Marley's Buffalo Soldier as well to accompany their trek down Central.
Well, Olivia, we started with the Chevy Corvette, so we're going to wrap things up with the Chevy closing car. Not a Corvette, but a truck.
But a truck, right after your own heart, a 2017 Chevy Colorado. And Scott, that is the truck used to pull all of the decorative floats in today's parade, along with carrying many of our special guests. So that truck has got some muscle.
It sure does. That's beautiful.
And
you know what? That was our last entrance.
I can't believe it. It went by so fast. Let's check in with April and Gina.
Hey, good morning, guys. You know, these half-pint judges, they're going to need a nap this afternoon. Real quick, guys, what was your favorite?
Dancers. People's Mortgage.
The dancers. The dancers.
The dancers. You even made the comment earlier. They inspired you and are bringing out your inner warrior. Still feel that way?
Yeah, because like I feel like I should always like practice breakdancing and all of that.
The parade has taught you something. I love this. I love you guys' passion and enthusiasm. You guys have done a great job judging. I cannot wait to see the final results. And I mean, how much fun has this been? The clouds broke a little bit. We got some blue sky. We warmed it up to about 60 degrees. Despite the rain, it ended up being pretty nice. So, well, I can't take credit for that, but I am happy about it.
You know, from two longtime Arizonans, what another great, successful parade, guys.
Oh, and you guys did a great job out there, and hats off to those kids. I mean, we all know it can be hit or miss interviewing kids on live television, and these ones, whoa, couldn't have picked better.
Big thanks to all the fans who came out. It was a little dicey weather-wise at the start of this thing, but you know what? They filled the stands.
Yeah, it was really great out here, so it wouldn't have been the same without all of the folks lining the parade route, and certainly all of the incredible volunteers. So I guess that wraps up our beautiful Fiesta Bowl Parade, and we definitely need to thank our title sponsor, National Bank of Arizona. And also, look at this. We've never had such a beautiful setup before for anything we've done. This is Brady's Floral Gallery for this garden. Just lovely.
I wonder where that little floral arrangement's going to go after this show.
I see it going down my dining room table, but you didn't hear that from me.
I didn't hear a thing. And also a big thanks to all the participants, the partners, and volunteers who make this parade so great for 46 years now.
Yeah, have a great day and really enjoy tonight's Fiesta Bowl game. We'll leave you with a look at some of the highlights of the parade. Wishing you a very safe new year. Goodbye 2016 and on to 2017.
Happy
and
New
healthy.
Year, everyone. Be safe.